Hello everyone, this is Cobalt. Today is the third video in my series on the stats in Brawlhalla, and today I'll be covering speed. In a fighting game, any fighting game really, mobility is one of the most important things that a character can have to be good. Good mobility can make or break a character, and can significantly alter the flow of the gameplay. Mobility in Brawlhalla is a little bit different than some of the other competitive fighters. Since each character has a pretty limited number of movement options, one thing that they heavily rely on is their ability to close distance or to create space. The dash is great for this, but a character's speed is a large contributing factor to it as well, and I think that speed is probably the most visibly noticeable whenever it comes to variations in a character's statistics. Additionally, it doesn't only impact your run speed, it impacts your aerial drift as well, meaning the better speed you have, the faster you'll be able to return to stage, and the easier time you can have surviving. You can reach your maximum speed after performing a single dash in Brawlhalla, so maximum speed is fairly easy to get to. This is a little bit more challenging to measure in Brawlhalla since there isn't a readily available resource to determine a character's exact run speed the same way that there is in Smash. However, since there is a numerical value in the stats to define speed, I suppose it's not needed as much. It's quite clear which characters are faster and which ones are slower. So, let's take the lowest possible speed stat, a 2-speed Queen Nai, and compare it against the highest, a 9-speed Lucian. Now, with this, it's obvious that Lucian is significantly faster than Queen Nai, but by how much exactly? I'm going to time them simultaneously and determine exactly how much speed Lucian has over Queen Nai. We can see that starting out from a dead stop, Queen Nai travels the length of the stage in 1.92 seconds, while Lucian travels the same distance in a significantly lower amount of time in 1.52 seconds. This is a difference of approximately 26%. When comparing their falls off stage, we can also notice a distinct difference as well. The characters have the same fall speed, so their travel distance will be based on their horizontal velocity. Getting physics class flashbacks here. Anyway, we can see that whenever comparing how far Lucian travels versus how far Queen Nai travels, Lucian does travel slightly farther, which could also play a factor in their return to stage, meaning that Lucian can return to stage from a slightly greater distance than Queen Nai since he can travel at a faster speed. Lastly, we can see that whenever repeatedly executing dashes across the stage, that the time for both characters to travel the same distance is the same at 1.28 seconds, which is faster than Lucian's travel time across the stage when running, which I found to be rather interesting. Though, you aren't always going to be continuously dashing in neutral, and the contributing factor of airspeed is rather important, especially whenever you're maneuvering aerially around your opponent's attacks. Now, this doesn't mean that all legends that are fast are good, not by a long shot. Ember and Thatch are clear examples of that. And on the flip side, not all legends that are slow are bad. Core and Cassidy have proved this as well. Though, that being said, some of the legends that are slower tend to be considered less viable than a majority of the fast ones. Though this is largely due to factors besides their speed, but it's still worth mentioning as a negative ingredient in the cocktail that is some of these characters' kits. I think speed is a really good stat in Brawlhalla, honestly. It grants the user high amounts of mobility and allows them to control space or to close distance better for punish options, though it's slightly mitigated in importance due to the ability to dash as quickly as we can. Let me know what you guys think about speed in the comments down below. Don't forget to subscribe so you don't miss the next video in the series. I'll be covering the last stat, defense, pretty soon. Also, feel free to follow my Twitch channel, it'll be linked down in the description below. Once again, I'm Cobalt, and thanks for watching.